Yes.
Okay. Let's do it.
Yes. Hey
Hey
guys.
guys.
Welcome back to the See You Next Thursday podcast.
Woo!
We become the soundboard.
We are the soundboard at this point. Welcome back. I'm Sarah.
I'm Frankie.
And we've got a packed episode for y'all today.
So much to discuss.
The world of movies and television is really fun right now. And it's so soon to Oscar season, award season.
My favorite season.
And I just feel, after the movie I saw yesterday, I'm feeling high off life. I wasn't like 3 hours prior.
Was it the movie's
Yeah.
Nirvana? Okay. Just checking.
But now I'm like, we're good.
Yes,
we're not freaking
the state
out.
of movies is, I think, good.
We're not freaking out.
I'm not freaking out. I don't have a stake in this horse, so race, whatever the saying is.
Sick in this horse.
Is that the saying?
Girl, off to a good start, right?
These are my favorite types of podcasts where we just say whatever and laugh. So,
At this point.
so the BAFTAs.
So the BAFTAs happened. Movie news.
Yeah.
A certain incident feels like it has tainted the night.
Yeah.
As a whole.
Which is unfortunate. And
Yeah.
obviously there's a lot of discourse happening on Twitter that I'm just observing. Because, like, there's nothing for me to say, you know?
I'm in no parts of this community. I will say what happened is disgusting.
Yeah.
And should not be happening whatsoever.
No.
And that's what I'll say.
That's kind of it. Yeah, like, we really aren't going to speak on it that much because we're in neither community. And,
Right.
like, clearly there was some mistake happening on the production side of the BAFTAs to air this, to have microphones out. Like, this could have been prevented, I think.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah. So I'm sure in the coming weeks we'll hear maybe more apologies, more actions to fix this, I guess, because I don't think we want to bar anyone from coming to these award shows, but what happened was, like, actually disgusting. But yeah, so to not overshadow that, there are some other things at the BAFTAs that we want to talk about.
Right. I do want to mention, in light of that, Ryan Coogler became the first black person in 77 years, actually, in the history of the BAFTAs to win the Best Original Screenplay Award, which is crazy, first of all.
Insane.
To have a 77-year history and
I'm
for that to not
like, that's low-key also disgusting, but also, like, yay, Ryan Coogler.
But also, like, I'm so happy. And what Ryan Coogler said, he was like, if you love someone, write it down, like, put it in your writing. And, like, that really, like, I feel like it's moving him in the trajectory to win the Best Original Screenplay at the Oscars, which I think is already happening.
I
but
freaking
like,
hope so.
For some reason, people thought that wasn't happening. And I'm like, okay.
No, it's happening.
Oh, for sure.
Oh, it's happening.
It's been happening.
It's been happening. I love his speeches all the time. He never gives a bad speech. So
yeah. I do think it was totally one battle's night, though. Like, they got pretty much all the major awards: director, picture, screenplay, editing. It was a great night for one battle. The supporting actor race thickens.
yeah, it really does. Because
So Sean Penn won supporting actor, which means Lordy has now won critics. Who won Golden Globes? I'm trying to remember.
Golden Globes supporting actor was...
Why do I not remember
yeah, why
this?
am I tweaking?
It was not someone from One Battle, though. It was Stellan.
Stellan. Yes.
And then now Sean Penn won this
BAFTA.
And then same with supporting actress.
Yeah.
Amy Madigan won Critics' Choice. Why do I not remember who won?
Was it Amy Madigan again for...
No, it was not.
Oh, was it Inga? No.
Who?
Wait, this is bad. Why do I not remember?
Who are we forgetting? Sorry, this is a mess, but...
You guys yelling at your phone right now?
No, literally. Shout it out if you know it. Okay.
We literally did a
God.
podcast on this like a month ago.
I know. Oh, Tayana.
Taylor. Yes.
Okay, sorry, that was a mess.
And now we're back to Wumi Masaka.
So I love this race. This is such an interesting race. Yeah. And it's probably this is the most up in the air I feel like things have been, at least for supporting actors, in a minute.
Because normally those are locked down. Kieran Culkin was locked down.
Kia Kwan
was locked down.
Devine Joy Randolph.
So like this is normally a category where we know what's happening, and so it's really fun. I'm excited to see what SAG does, because that's gonna be an interesting award show. But.
SAG and PGA are this weekend. PGA is on Saturday and SAG is on Sunday.
We will be watching.
I also think this is going to reveal everything.
Yeah.
Like the cards are officially on the table after this weekend. Yeah. And that's really exciting, but it's also like,
I think this will lead to some very like set predictions, and it would make life so much fun if the Oscars didn't go those routes. But we'll see. We'll see what happens.
My vision for Oscar night. Walk with me here.
Okay.
I'm going to know everything, and I'm just going to be accepting them as they go with a Delroy Lindo surprise.
There we go.
That's like the goal of Oscar night.
I like how your goal is a Delroy Lindo surprise. My goal is low-key like Sinner's Best Picture, which I know isn't going to happen, guys. I know.
You don't know, but like... with how everything after PGAs, we will see. PGAs is when everything takes a turn, I feel like.
Yes. And also, we're going to be watching the Oscars at a bar, so I do want to get really drunk. Like, I will be, like, yelling in that screening room. Like, I'm so excited.
I'm going to take it cool. I'm going to have a fun night.
She's going to be my little DD.
I'm just going to be accepting of what's happening, because I just have a feeling, like, not everything's going to go the way I want it to, but I'm just going to revel in what a great year it was for awards season and for Sinners.
We should make a bingo for Oscar night.
Absolutely. And we're doing our predictions.
Of course, yeah. Like, the prediction. We got to print out the variety sheet or whatever it is that we do every year.
Yes. My friend this weekend had that like literally in her journal and
cute.
Like was like, look at my predictions.
Oh, wait. I love that.
No, right? I was like, wait, I have so many film friends. This is so fun. But yeah, everything will be revealed. So
yes.
Just wait till next week. Movie news.
It's gonna be crazy.
It's gonna be crazy.
Crazy.
In other news, just some incredible trailers have been released.
Teenage Sex and Death at Camp. What is it? I don't know how to pronounce that.
So sorry, Jane Schoenberg. Of I Saw the TV Glow fame. Jane Schoenbrunn is back.
I love I Saw the TV Glow. I was like, when I first saw this movie, I was like, what the actual F is happening? And then I've seen that movie 2 more times after I watched it in a theater. And I love I Saw the TV Glow. And I'm very excited for Teenage Sex and Death. But it's exciting. Her actors in this movie.
Right.
Stacked cast.
The cast is insane.
Stacked cast. Ava Victor is in a mohawk. Like, what is happening? I'm obsessed. And she loves like they love like very Lynchian. So I'm very excited. Yeah. And the trailer gave that. So I'm very excited.
Trailer is actually incredible. The story is a queer filmmaker is hired to direct a new installment of a long-running slasher franchise. The director becomes fixated on the prospect of casting the reclusive actress who played the final girl in the original movie. It looked crazy, and I'm so excited.
Psychosexual mania.
Yeah. That's just a little Wikipedia description. Can you imagine what
the film's gonna be?
No,
yeah,
right.
I'm so excited.
The visual filmmaking is incredibly strong, and like again, seeing another queer director is just like really inspiring and very exciting to see that we're highlighting these things. And like I do agree, super Lynchian and like really pushing the boundaries. I still haven't seen I Saw the TV Glow, but I'm like waiting for a very special night. Like it's got to be the right time. I'll definitely see it before this movie, of course.
Is the night like you're not expecting to watch it? You have a night to yourself, and like is that the night, or is it like
night to myself? I just want to be able to like lock in fully.
You should get like ice cream or something and like watch it on your couch. I think that's the vibe for this movie.
I should have watched this like a year ago, but
I can't believe I've seen
Here
it
we
3
are.
times. It just happened that way. I saw it in a theater with a director Q&A, which was lit. And then I watched it like with a friend. And then I watched it with another friend. Like I would just like kept watching it. And it was so good. Every time I watched it, I got new stuff from the movie. And that's all you can hope for when you like rewatch movies so much. And that movie just came out 2 years ago. So to see it 3 times and keep getting stuff from it, I really love that movie.
And everyone since last year has been like, why haven't you seen this movie? And I'm like, I know.
Well, sometimes you don't get around to things. It happens. I have movies like that.
I wasn't going to the theater as much as I am now, so
yeah,
it's growth.
We're gonna see this movie in a theater though, of course.
Oh, absolutely. I think I'll be there.
Now will we be seeing Slanted?
Okay, so again, movies that have never been made before are being made, and that is crazy. Yesterday I saw Nirvana, and this trailer played, and I was like, I have to talk about this. There's a movie called Slanted coming out, directed by Amy Wang. People are describing it as Mean Girls meets The Substance.
Sure.
Asian teenager Joanne Hung dreams of being prom queen, but fears the only way to win is to look at all the past queens whose portraits line her high school halls. Then she hears about Ethnos, a cosmetic surgery clinic that turns people of color white. Joanne undergoes the procedure and wakes up a beautiful blonde who's destined for the crown. But at what cost?
McKenna Grace.
But it's McKenna Grace.
McKenna Grace. Your career is going in a great direction, I believe.
Oh, it's interesting for sure.
Yeah, I mean, I guess she is doing like FNAF and like, is she in Scream 7?
She's in Scream 7.
So
she's in Regretting You.
She's in Regretting You, and she's in this. So maybe her career isn't going great, but she's always booked and blessed. So I'm like, because McKenna Grace could win an Oscar in our lifetime.
Right.
So I'm like, clearly, I guess these are the kinds of roles she's being offered. This movie is actually like mind blowing to me.
I'm really glad Amy Wang is of Asian descent and like is making this movie, because I'm sure this is a thought and a thing that she's had on her mind since like birth, since childhood, having to grow up Asian, and like probably just a crazy idea she had, and like the fact that it's actually being made is exciting for her. However, I don't know how positive.
The trailer is just goofy. Like,
right.
I don't know if I'm gonna be seeing this movie, honestly. Maybe we will, I don't know, but like I hope that the movie handles the subjects with the care, like the characters with like the care it deserves, and I think she will. But the trailer makes it like it's just like an insane trailer that when you watch it you're like, why are we making a movie about this? But it clearly is Mean Girls meets The Substance. It's basically The Substance, but instead of like age, it's ethnicity and like that.
Well, that's what I was gonna say. Is like, I think The Substance is one thing because it's age, but it being ethnicity is a whole other like, I guess like risque, almost like, oh my god, like why would they do that?
It seems like a Black Mirror episode.
Right.
Yeah.
Wasn't there a Black Mirror episode like this?
There might be. I don't know. I haven't seen that many Black Mirror
probably
episodes.
Like,
but
yeah. So
comment if you're interested in Slanted and if you want us to go see it.
I think I'll definitely be seeing it because of the body horror, but like,
oh, you right.
When she started scratching and some skin fell off, I was like, ooh, now you got me.
It's actually so crazy how so similar we are, but when it comes to that one thing, I'm like, damn, you really like body horror.
Like, ooh. I don't know. It's cool. I don't know. I've just never been afraid of that kind of stuff. So
I have things like that too,
but just got a shout out. I also, the I Love Boosters trailer.
Oh my god,
has been
I
out.
see that every time I go to the movies, and I love it. Keep showing it to me. I love I Love Boosters.
Boots Riley just creating colors that have never been colored before.
He's bringing Technicolor back. His costume designer is incredible. His set designer is incredible. He is so active on Twitter. I love him.
We're hype. Just had to shout that out again because it's every time I see it, I'm like, yeah.
And if you haven't seen Sorry to Bother You, lock in.
Lock in. Actually lock into that crazy movie.
That's an insane movie.
Now we're starting a new segment this week.
Yes.
Called What We've Been Watching Lately, or WWBWL.
I didn't know that was the acronym.
That sounded much cooler in my head.
WWWL.
That sounded much cooler in my head. Frankie, what have you been watching lately?
Okay, this segment is actually good because it's going to hold me accountable. I'm actually not watching a lot right now. I'm trying to fix that. My brain has been very like phone focused, and I'm trying to fix that because I don't like watching movies on my phone, so I'm not doing that. So I go to YouTube or I go to Instagram, and I'm really going to try to work on not doing that. I haven't gone to the movie theater to see the movies that we're talking about, but they're basically all 2026 releases, and I need to like watch some older movies. So that's going to be my like resolution for the next couple weeks. When it comes to TV though, I kind of want to start Survivor 50 because you like it, my roommate likes it, and I'm like, I kind of want to know what's happening. I used to be a Survivor girly in high school and middle school, and it's 50, so a bunch of people are returning, so I think I might clock into that. What else? Oh, I have bad news. Smiling Friends got canceled. I really like that show. I'm really upset about that. Do not contact me at this time. That's kind of it. I'm really not watching a lot, and I will be working on that.
Well, it's not a bad thing.
No, I want to work on it. It is a bad thing. Like I every time I have no plans, someone's like, "Oh, you should watch a movie. You should watch a movie." And I go, "Yeah, I could watch a movie." And then I click on a YouTube video, and I'm like, this is not doing anything for my brain stimulation, and I just need to pull out my laptop or turn on the TV and like scroll through my apps, my streaming service apps.
But I do think like movie fatigue is real, and also every time we watch a movie, it has to be a moment. Unfortunately, like I feel like hobbies have now become like our lifestyle, and that's become like hard for me to like be like, oh, I should watch this movie, but I want to watch this movie. And I'm kind of at a stage where I'm like, whatever I see first, I just click and I watch it, because I'm like trying to like not be that person who scrolls on the TV for
hours. Yeah.
And then I don't ever watch anything because I'm just doing that.
Yeah.
But like, again, like our brains are wired to be picking up on everything, and like while movies can be relaxing for most people, for us it's like stimulant. So
that's part of it, is I think because when I want to watch a movie, I'm locked into the movie. I'm not going on my phone. I'm like want to absorb everything, and like it's very important to me when I watch a movie. So it's hard to watch casually now, I think. And that's like something I've been learning. And the theater is a great place for that because like no distractions. I'm in a dark room with it projected 20 feet above me, but like I don't have money to go to the movies every day. Right. So I do need to like make time to be like, oh, I have 2 hours. Let me get my laptop out, or let me sit in front of the TV and like throw this thing out the window, and like, you know, I'll figure it out. Don't worry about it, guys. I'm okay. But I want to watch more movies. That is my goal. But you've been watching some TV, and I want to hear about it.
I'm trying to watch 365 movies, which I do think I'll hit.
However,
I realized I watch something every single day, no matter what it is. And like, I got a calendar where I'm going to write what I watch every single day on it.
Oh, cute.
And I'm really excited about that. I've lately been in my TV bag. The last episode of Traitors is this week, and I am depressed about it. I have been loving Traitors. Drag Race Season 18, obviously, staple. Survivor 50 just started yesterday. I also watched a little show called Heated Rivalry.
Yeah, we finally got her into it, guys.
I finally locked into that. And it has... I watched all 6 episodes in a row, by the way. Like, the only way you can do it is watch all 6 hours.
Now, imagine waiting a week between each episode.
I think I could do it.
I think you could do it, too. They don't really do a lot of cliffhangers, but, like, you do miss it. You crave it.
It's nice to get the whole thing just in order, in that space. And it is the only thing I'm thinking about.
Yeah.
So it is like, there's been an argument in my life is Heated Rivalry good writing? I don't think it's bad writing, but I also know that this is coming from a book, and I read these types of books.
Yes.
So I don't know if the writing can get any better, but episode 4 and 5
Yep.
trajectory of my life.
Yep. Speak on it. Yep.
I'm sure like everyone else, like I'm sure I'm very unoriginal in this take, but like
she's a little late. It's okay. It happens.
That club scene changed something in my brain chemistry, as well as like Ilya's monologue. Also, I'm reading the books, guys. Like I just finished Game Changer today. Read that in 3 days. So, like, I'm going to learn the inside scoop about
Yeah.
everything. And that's why it's, like, been on the brain so much, I think. Because, like, I could have watched this show and been normal about it. But instead, I decided to read all the books.
Well, when have we ever been normal about anything?
Right.
I think, yeah, a lot of people, there's a big group of Heated Rivalry haters. And I think what I have to say about that is you can hate on the show all you want, but Connor Story and Hudson Williams are the future of TV and movies. Yeah. So if, like, Connor Story is already cast in an A24 production. So, like, even if you don't like the TV show, you're going to be seeing their faces and you got to be okay with it. Okay? So that's what I have to say to the haters.
And Hudson Williams also talked about his, like, start to fame. He said after film school, like, he thought he was going to be booking roles, like, all the time, but he wasn't ready for them, obviously, because it took him 4 years out of school to book something.
Oh, that's inspiring.
And it was Heated Rivalry. And, like, I saved that, bookmarked that tweet just so I can go back and watch it, because, like, how he just go, like, watch the interviews. I don't remember the interview it was, but, like, he spoke so eloquently about just, like, booking work after school, and, like, that's really inspiring for someone who wants to also book work and, like, be in that field. So beautiful. They are beautiful.
Inspirations.
And they're gay, and I'm so excited about
Story,
it.
I'm obsessed with you.
So excited about it.
I'm so excited to see him on SNL this weekend. I don't think I'll be able to watch it live, but it's
gonna be my entire
he's like an improv clown king. Like, he is gonna have so much fun on SNL. I'm so excited for him.
I'm so excited. I also watched Blue Moon on the plane. Ethan Hawke does give a good performance.
You're just confirming.
He is giving a good performance, like, truly. I don't know if I thought it was going to be different again, but I could see why, like, Linklater made these two movies in succession with one another, because they're dealing with very similar themes. Don't know if, like, the sobbing in the theater thing really, like, hit me. I'm a very big crier.
You didn't cry at all.
Didn't cry at all. But, you know, I was kind of like,
yeah.
And Andrew Scott, love you.
Love you.
I also locked into the movie BAFTAs. If you haven't seen BAFTAs,
I haven't seen BAFTAs.
The aesthetic of BAFTAs. Ruth Carter is the costume designer on it.
Oh.
And so sorry, I'm blanking on the director, but this director has just been introduced to me, and I will be locking into your entire filmography. So go freaking watch BAFTAs. Like,
Robert Townsend.
Yeah.
Oh, yes. Yes. I've heard so much about this movie. I need to watch. I forgot to mention, I am watching The Pit weekly. I'm watching The Pit weekly. It is very good. We're in season 2. I'm wearing my ER shirt. This is, wait, where's Dr. Carter? He's right here. This is my best friend, Dr. John Carter. He's not on The Pit, but his actor is Noah Wiley. The Pit is really good. It's like we're in the middle of the season now. So we just hit kind of like the climax of, we're probably going to go into the mass emergency, like, incident or whatever that's about to happen. You got to clock in.
I don't know about it. Sorry, I don't do doctor shows. I don't know about that.
But if you're watching The Pit, comment below, because it's really good. I'm enjoying it. The characters are super fun and interesting.
I'll talk to you later.
Why? What?
I don't know. You had very strong opinions about not watching the last season of Stranger Things because of a certain actor. And
yeah, I don't like Noah Wiley as a person. I do not. But I love Dr. John Carter. I don't like him as a person. He's a bad person. Yeah.
He's a bad person.
I struggle with my morals too. Because I'm still trying to figure out whether I want to see Scream 7 or not. So I'm going back and forth on a lot of things. I respect people who watch Stranger Things. Okay?
I'm just saying the morals here are not aligning as I thought they would, but I'm also not judging you because I know you love that show. So, like,
you kill me.
Just had to throw that out there.
It's purely.
I just had to make that.
Oh my god, you kill me. Okay, come at me. Okay,
I'm just saying. And you know what? I don't like the people associated with these things, but I will be going to see. I'm gonna walk in. I'm sorry. It's just in me.
It's purely. I think a lot of my love. Or not love for The Pit. The Pit's a good show, but I watched ER, fell in love with ER, fell in love with young Noah Wiley, basically his attractiveness as Dr. John Carter. I don't think he's hot anymore. I don't think he's a good person, but he is the lead star of The Pit, so he is included in me loving The Pit, unfortunately.
There you go.
Anyways, Free Palestine. Let's continue.
Let's continue. We're talking about 2 movies this week. How to Make a Killing and Nirvana, the band, the show, the movie. 2 very different movies, but I have lots of questions. Lots of questions. So let's get into How to Make a Killing. This is directed by John Patton Ford, who made his debut film, Emily the Criminal, which got really rave reviews at a Sundance.
Did you see it?
I didn't see it, but I'm trying to think if this was the year that I did do virtual Sundance or not. I don't know. I don't think it was.
My parents love Emily the Criminal. They tell me to watch it all the time.
Okay, maybe I should lock in because it did win a screenplay award in 2023 at the Indie Spirit Awards.
Love the Indie Spirit.
Which I was like kind of shocked to hear because I was like, oh, I didn't know that this was, you know, his debut, and he like, you know, this is his second movie. Anyways, Glenn Powell stars as Beckett Redfellow, which
Beckett Redfellow. Yeah.
One of the names of the
all
year.
time, yeah. Beckett Redfellow.
Beckett Redfellow. Julia as Margaret Qualley, Ruth as Jessica Henwick, which is like one of her, I feel like, bigger roles. I loved her in this. And then Whitelaw Redfellow is played by Ed Harris again, and we're just
making names
that have never been said before.
Is Whitelaw an actual name, bro? Wait, Ed Harris was in Top Gun Maverick too?
Yeah, he was.
Link up, like,
right?
That's crazy.
And there's also a bunch of other Redfellows. Basically, the movie is following Glenn Powell as kind of like the discarded Redfellow. He's like outcast from the family because of his mother. And it's very No Other Choice-esque, where he basically has to
kill everyone
everyone to get to his inheritance. Yeah.
I saw this movie and I like wanted to like it more than I did. I also really liked Ruth, like you mentioned.
Jessica
Henwick. Oh my gosh, so good, so beautiful. I want to see you in more movies. Not the ones that you've already done, because I haven't seen any of those, or I've seen Glass Onion, but
she's like very small roles in all of them though.
Yeah.
I think like bigger roles for her, please. She was like the standout for me in this movie. Big year for just women in film.
Yeah.
Truly.
I think the storyline is very predictable because we meet him in jail.
Right.
So like the frame story is like we know he gets caught, and I guess the entire story is how does he get caught? But that wasn't super like interesting to me, I guess.
Yeah, and like the thought did cross my mind, like, what if this was just told chronologically? Well, might have made a more interesting, not chronologically, but like told in order, but
yeah,
like starting with his mom and like maybe like even his mom narrating the first half and then Glenn Powell stepping in and being like, this is my life now, or something like that. I don't know.
And let's talk about the narration. Glenn Powell step away from the VO mic. I don't know what's happening. And like I forget if he narrates. He doesn't narrate in. What's the last one he did?
The Running Man.
But he does the video, like, vlogs, if you will. But in Hitman, he narrates, and I'm just like, I feel like whenever I sit down for a Glenn Powell movie, the first thing I hear is, and you're probably wondering how I got here, from Glenn Powell. Like, that's like his entire shtick now. And so I just want to watch a movie with Glenn Powell where he's not narrating what's happening during the movie. You said something incredible.
Also one more thing, maybe take the baseball cap off.
Baseball cap off, yeah.
Take it off.
He just loves his little disguises. He loves his disguises.
I need him to step away from the disguises for a moment because, yeah, maybe we don't do another movie like this.
I do wonder what's next to come for him.
Well, okay, this also I wanted to mention.
Yeah.
He is an executive producer on this movie.
Okay.
This is this director's second movie that they're making. I do think it's amazing.
That's nice.
That's what he's doing, and he felt so inclined to give money to, honestly, like a starting out filmmaker, because who knows if this would have been made without Glenn Powell's help.
Yeah, I do think Emily the Criminal doing well, like, at the Indie Spirit Awards, and I heard a lot about it when it was coming out. So that plus getting Glenn Powell and also having Ed Harris and Margaret Qualley and, you know, these other actors that we know, like what's his name, Zach Woods, I think is like one of the brothers. Like, this is a pretty stacked cast, and I'm sure that helped with Glenn Powell as the leading man.
Right. And I do think Hitman like completely set off Glenn Powell's career in a different direction. Like, I think Hitman literally changed the trajectory of movies he's making now, because I think his claim to fame was like Top Gun and Anyone But You, but Hitman was his audition for The Running Man, and The Running Man jump-started this idea of how to make a killing, I think. At least from what I know. As
I don't really know production timelines, but I'm sure that's correct.
I listened to the interview about The Running Man, which is the Edgar Wright movie with Edgar Wright, and he said that he saw Hitman, and Glenn texted him like, consider this my audition.
Yes, I remember that. Yeah.
So like, I do think Hitman literally changed the trajectory of like stuff that he wants to be making.
It's a great movie.
I just do think maybe we should take the baseball cap off, the sunglasses off, the disguises off.
And mind you, we're allowed to say this because we've been with him since Scream Queens.
A little indie show called Scream Queens. Yeah.
Yeah, we watched that air live in 2016.
What do you know about Chad Radwell?
No.
Anything?
They know nothing.
Because like, and Set It Up, like, hello.
Set It Up did incredible things for...
Right.
17-year-old me.
I gotta mention, I can't help but think of the other men in his
caliber.
Timothée Chalamet, Jacob Elordi, Austin Butler. These men are getting Oscar nominations, being in very highbrow movies. And not that, I almost called him Chad Radwell. Not that Glenn Powell isn't in like highbrow great movies. But, like, notably, I don't see him in the same
sphere at all.
Right.
No, I totally agree with you. I feel like, I mean, we were just talking about this before the podcast, but I do think an Oscar nomination is in Glenn Powell's future, but not for another, like, 10 years for some reason. Like, I see... He's got to grow into his like age a little bit more, I think, and he'll get like a really juicy supporting performance, and like I think that'll be what he gets like an Oscar for. But when we're talking about like Timothée Chalamet, Jacob Elordi, Austin Butler, Glenn Powell is like kind of below that. And while I do think he is a Tom Cruise daughter, he is still not on the same level as those younger men. Like I think they are all younger than him. But
I was gonna mention, you coined the term Tom Cruise daughter.
I think he is a Tom Cruise daughter.
Which, if you don't know the term, will you mind explaining to our audience?
Yeah, I don't know if I invented it, but like basically, like, I mean, he did Top Gun with Tom Cruise,
right.
And like everyone thought Miles Teller was gonna get the Tom Cruise daughter sign off. He low-key didn't. Like
because where's Miles Teller?
Where's Miles Teller at? Tom Cruise gave Glenn Powell the Tom Cruise daughter sign off. He's taken like piloting lessons with Tom Cruise. Right. I mean, if you watch Running Man, that was basically Tom Cruise. He's being Tom Cruise. And then like, just, they're like clearly besties, and it's very adorable to see. Other people have, like, someone's a McConaughey daughter. It might be Austin Butler. Like there are others of these where like, just these younger actors have like a mentor. I'm trying to remember another example, but basically he's a Tom Cruise daughter is what I think is happening. But he's picking very interesting roles that all are very similar to me at the moment. Like when I think of his past 3 movies, I'm like, what are we doing here? And then also he has this Hulu show called Chad Powers.
What's with the name Chad?
What is happening? Like, what is happening? He has this, like, I guess he's getting typecast, but he's not really getting typecast. Like,
because he's putting himself in these roles.
Yeah. And, like, he's executive producing these shows and movies. So I'm like, this is clearly where he wants to be right now. So I'm not, like, mad at his agent or whatever.
Right.
But, this Hulu show, I tried to watch it. Not for me. I can't really grasp what it is, but I think he plays a college student.
Right.
So I'm like,
I'm gonna tie this up in a bow. How Tom Cruise like famously has like never won an Oscar and just got like an honorary Oscar. I think I almost called him Chad Radwell again. Glenn Powell is following in those footsteps of maybe not getting recognized the way he probably should.
I hope he gets recognized. I just do think I think he's still figuring out his career himself.
Totally.
And I do think he just had 5 years post Top Gun Maverick where he's like done a bunch of roles, and then hopefully we see like some sort of like growth in him.
Right.
Where in these next 5 years I don't know, I just see it in his future. He's getting an Oscar in his future.
I don't think he is, but I do think he will, like, again, have the Tom Cruise kind of trajectory. I want to mention next film he's doing is with J.J. Abrams, starring Jenna Ortega, Emma Mackey, Samuel L. Jackson. Stacked cast. It's called The Great Beyond. The log line is a young newlywed couple struggles to survive against a supernatural entity.
Do you think the newlywed couple is him and Emma Mackey or him and Jenna Ortega?
I don't know, but I love both of those possibilities. Like,
how old is Jenna Ortega?
She's young. Again, another instance. I mean, she is a woman, but like a young newcomer, and she is having a great career. And I've been really loving the direction she's going with everything. But like, there is Glenn Powell, and Glenn Powell is like noticeably older than her. So I'm assuming maybe
I'm hoping it's Emma Mackey. Yeah. And honestly, I feel like I do also like Jenna Ortega. She also does pick some weird roles where it's like, I hope she goes in another direction because I think she's a very talented actress and she's clearly a film lover, which I love.
She loves film.
She loves to talk about movies, and it just isn't really reflected in her choices, which is like, you're a young actor. I'm not going to harsh on you for that. But yeah, I'm excited for The Great Beyond. It's very stacked cast.
Very stacked cast. Interesting to see what this movie's about and what Glenn Powell does in it.
Yeah.
Hopefully no more narration, and hopefully maybe he takes that baseball cap off.
Take the cap off. Take it off.
Can only be so hopeful.
Yeah.
Let's get into a movie we have like stronger opinions about.
Yeah.
Nirvana, the band, the show, the movie.
I love this movie.
This is directed by Matt Johnson. Not familiar with Nirvana, the band, the show.
I'm not either. So we both went into this not having seen the show, not knowing much about their comedy or like even their friendship. Anytime I saw a video of them like in an interview or talking about the movie, I low-key swiped because I was like, I'm gonna see the movie soon and I don't want to get like spoilers or anything. But everyone was being like, how did this get made? And oh my god, this is crazy. So I really didn't want to get any spoilers, which I think was a good way to go about it.
Me too. I saw this trailer before the moment and I was like, I don't know what this is, but I am so here for it. Going back to 2008 is hilarious to me. And there's so many hilarious bits in this that I'm like,
oh my god.
Oh,
Bit City.
Bit City here. This is, if you aren't familiar like we are, I just wrote a little bit about it so I can familiarize y'all, myself. It's basically a 2007 to 2009 independent mockumentary web series created by Matt Johnson and Jake Carroll. They like made fictionalized versions of themselves in an attempt to achieve their dream at playing at a small Toronto venue in the Rivoli. Through a bunch of various schemes and publicity stunts, which basically this movie encapsulates that very well. If you're not familiar with the show, I feel like it's a really easy way to like be indoctrinated and also to like just like interact with these characters and not be confused at first watch.
They do a very good job of exposition, and like once again, we hadn't seen the show, but in like the first 20 minutes, you just get a lot of information. They're not being like, here's what you missed on the TV show you didn't watch. You're just getting information and you're learning about these characters as you watch them exist. And you're basically like, oh, it's like, I already know these characters because they did such a good job explaining who they are in the beginning of the movie. And then you're just in for like a fun ride for the rest of it. It's crazy. Yeah,
you know off the first 20 minutes the dynamic between Matt and Jay. You know the premise. You know that they've been through this before.
Yeah.
And this is like Jay's like breaking point, I guess. You're getting them at a very it's a hard time in their career. They haven't done what they
haven't played at the Rivoli yet. And that's like the entire plot, I think, of the TV show is that they keep trying to play at this one venue.
It is. And after my screening, there was a bunch of, my screening, by the way, was packed. Like, it was full. It was a 7 p.m. on a Wednesday. My screening,
I don't know if it was packed, but I'd say it was over half full. And when we were laughing, we were like, it was a loud laugh.
Love
like
that.
I really liked because I like to sit like close to the front. So like everyone being behind me when the laughter happens was lit.
The only seats available were L10, which is the back row, or like one in the front. It was literally a full.
Did you sit in the back?
I sat in the back.
Yeah.
But the people next to me were like, how did this get made? Like, do you think they planned this? Which is even crazier if they planned it, because then how did they, expect all of this, the outcome and things like that? And I also don't know how they made this movie. I would love to find out. I should do more research on that. Just like,
I know a little bit.
Okay, tell me.
So apparently I think they had a lot of footage. I think they've had this idea for a movie for a while. I don't think it was the time travel bit though. They had like unused and also I think some used footage from 2008 like in that apartment. And what they would do is like they would shoot something, they'd give it to their editors. Their editors would edit it together and then tell them what else they needed to shoot. And then, so basically, because some interviewer asked like Matt and Jay the question of like, what did the script look like? And they were like, oh, we didn't have a script. We just shot stuff, gave it to the editors. The editors put something together and they came up with a storyline and then told Matt and Jay what else they needed to shoot to make the story make sense, which is insane.
That's crazy. That is
like
so
that
crazy.
Is so nuts. So basically like the time travel parts where we're seeing two Matt and Jays, it's like they had that footage from 2008 and they figured out a way to utilize it within the storyline of the movie, which is so beautiful.
Which I figured that was the case, because I was like, there's no way they like just were watching their old videos and were like, you know what, we should make another thing. Like it had to be planned in some way. But like the execution of it feels like one of those movies that's like, whoa, how did they make this? In like a different way. I normally say this when I'm talking about like Oppenheimer or The Brutalist. Huge, big spectacle films. Yeah. This feels like in a different way where I'm like, who thought of this? How did they make this? And like, how did they do it so exceptionally?
I don't know. What I'm curious about is anything involving the CN Tower. Crazy. That is what blows my mind. I'm sure they actually like went up there in the harnesses, but once they start cutting wires, I'm like, okay, are we on a soundstage? Like, what's happening?
Yeah.
And then I know they said they had some sort of contraption, when they're walking through the streets with the wire. I'm sure they had some sort of contraption that made it look like that, but it really looked like it was coming from the CN Tower. So I'm like, what is how did they do this genuinely? It is so mind-blowing to me and it's so cool. And
even just like the set of it being in 2008, the billboards. When they say goths, I lost my mind. When Matt Johnson is like, oh my gosh, goths, authentic goths. This is a way men used to pick up women when they were out of their league. Like, the goths bit really took me out. Like, I don't know why. It just, like, really sent me to the moon.
The hardest I laughed was when Matt Johnson hits a crazy Obama. And that murdered me in the theater. I've never heard someone say Obama in a movie before.
Speaking of murder, when Jay Carroll, sorry, Jay McCarroll. Oh my God. I knew it like from the moment, but I was like, oh wait, maybe I shouldn't maybe I don't know. When the whole like scandal is, they go to 2008, they basically, Jay was going to run away.
Yeah.
He literally run away to Ottawa, his first gig.
Yeah.
That was hilarious too. They go to 2008 by accident. He tells Matt Johnson, he's like, Jay's like, oh, we're such good friends. Blah, blah, blah. And then he's like, I almost ran away. And Matt's like, his chaotic energy is like, let me change something. The butterfly effect. Yeah. They always reference it. They say, don't play the Rivoli. They go back to 2025. Everything's changed.
Yeah.
And Jay McCarroll's a big star. And Jay knows that that's what happened, but like won't tell Matt. And then Jay ends up becoming a murderer.
It's so funny because like, he has this like bit with like the gun or whatever.
Yeah.
And then you don't think he's gonna do it, and then they do it, and then he's just on the run, and it is so funny.
I also think this film is like unexpectedly tender and like
for sure
is about like friendship and found family. And that's where it like really, because I was like, it's just a comedy, but then you like peel back the layers and it's like much more than that. It's actually like about like their friendship and relationships and how those can shape your life and how those can change your life as well.
They're best friends. It is so adorable. I think the Back to the Future bits are like insanely funny, and that's like another thing, like copyright, how did you, like, they straight up use the score from Back to the Future in the movie. And there was another, because I've been watching the interviews now that I've seen the movie, and there was one interview being like, oh, how did you get past the copyright thing? And Matt Johnson was just like, basically, if you can prove that like you remixed it enough, like we had like classes on like copyright because we were film and dance majors, but like he basically was just like, if you could prove that like you changed it enough, you could basically do whatever you want with anything. And I was like, that is so nice to like hear someone be like, yeah, like you can take inspiration from other people and make jokes like at their expense, and like they can't do anything about it because it's remixing.
When he does this is a copyright nightmare.
If you're seeing this in a theater, you should like, he says something like, if you're seeing this in a theater, this is the last time it's gonna happen.
Thank
or whatever.
your lucky stars.
Yes.
Because
And I was like, that he looks straight at the camera and says that, and if you're watching it in a theater, it's like the most beautiful thing to ever happen.
And at that moment I was like,
I low-key wish this was at like New York Film Festival.
It would have been cool.
That would have been killer.
It would have been really cool. Also, I am in the correct timeline because at the end, a little song called "The Waters of March" start playing, and that's famously in The Worst Person in the World. That's where I first heard it. This song comes on, and my entire theater gasped and clapped when that song came on, and I was like, I'm in the correct timeline. Like we
made it back.
We are in the correct timeline because that was really beautiful to witness, and a lot of people clapped after the movie was over, and that was just like very touching because also like at the end Jay is like, we're back. Like he's just happy that he's back in 2025 with, even though he didn't get to play the Rivoli or, you know, be a huge famous star, like he's with his friend, and that's all that matters.
Yeah, it's really cute. And like oh my gosh, the set design for this like apartment or house that they live in, insane. Like there's so many little Easter eggs that like if you zoom in you'll see and whatever. And yeah, this movie's just like a lot of fun. Like I miss having fun at the movies. So
I missed seeing a good movie. Like, it's been a minute, truly.
This is at number 1 on my 2026 ranked because it's the only good movie I've seen so far.
Literally. Except for the Bone Temple. The
Boner Temple is number 2.
Good.
Trust Boner Temple.
I definitely have some questions, though, like, what we think the state of comedy is in film. Because, like, I don't remember a comedy... I guess a movie that was intentionally, like, a comedy like this one, like... mockumentary style. I don't remember. I haven't seen one that's really like sparked kind of something, and this is inspiring. This is exciting for me. So the state of comedy, I feel like, is in an interesting place with film.
Yeah,
that's what I'm trying to get at, I guess.
I feel like I don't know an answer to the question. I don't know the state of comedy. Just because you're right, I feel like we don't see a lot of comedy movies like this anymore. I do feel like when we do like feel this special feeling, it's normally like someone, and in this case I think it's like Matt Johnson and Jay McCarroll, like it's the two of them, but normally it's like someone who like has a vision, has like comedy or like improv like in their bones, and like they're directing, they're starring in it, they're acting in it, they're writing it. Like that's the case. I feel like when someone is passionate, they put their entire selves into this movie, and that's when you see the reward of it, like as a person who watches movies. So I think we really need to invest into these people who have ideas and give them the opportunity to write, direct, and star, because that's when I feel like I'm watching something special.
Love that.
Yeah, that's just how I feel. Because, like, I mean, these aren't cases of comedies, but we saw it last year with James Sweeney and Ava Victor. Like, just these triple threats when it comes to, like, writing, directing, acting. And, like, those are movies where I feel very, like, attached to the movie. And I see something special in, like, all aspects of the film. And I'm like, it's clearly just one person who has a strong voice. And I think that's the case with Matt Johnson, especially in this movie.
I love that. That's a beautiful answer. Honestly, I agree. I also think that like comedy is kind of dead.
It is. I think
especially in film.
This was like a special case. That's why we're having so much fun talking about it, because like it's just not like this anymore. It's really sad.
Yeah, it's I haven't seen a comedy film in theaters. I guess that's intentionally supposed to be comedic. Like, I think, like, One Battle is comedic, but it's not, like, a comedy. And, like, Marty Supreme, I guess, is comedic. But, like, nothing's a true comedy anymore. And, I don't know. It kind of makes me sad. And I feel like comedy films are kind of over in a way sense.
No, yeah, I'm scrolling through my Letterboxd to see the last time I watched like a comedy movie.
A true comedy.
Yeah.
Because we used to have The Hangover. There's a whole Hangover bit in this.
Literally.
And we just don't have movies like that anymore. And I don't know if that's just the shift in the way that audiences are reacting to these things, or if that's just a choice.
No, yeah, I'm scrolling through and like just not many comedies. And also the comedies that I have watched are so different from this, because I guess like the scripted comedies of the 2000s with like maybe like a lead star from SNL is like a very different case than like this. Feels very indie, very underground. I mean, we could talk about Crave if you want, like the production company.
Yeah. The production company Crave is just having
killing it,
having a huge moment. We talked about Heated Rivalry, and they also, I guess, produced this. Distribute it, who knows. And
it's just been very well known that Heated Rivalry was made on like a shoestring budget, and like they did all they could to like make the best out of like very minimal time and money. And I have to assume it's the same case with this movie,
right?
They've talked about it being an indie movie and how it was basically just them two and a cameraman and stuff like that, which is so cool. Like,
same with Blackberry. I remember when that movie came out, Matt Johnson was like, this movie like
had no funding,
and it was just like driven off of an idea.
Yeah. And like that brings me back to when we would make movies in college, and like it's so much fun to do it that way. And
really hard.
It's really hard, but it's like so fulfilling and rewarding when you're done with it and you have like this finished product. And I'm sure that's how they're feeling with Nirvana, the band, the show, the movie, which has grown. Like, so many people who haven't watched the show have seen this movie, and like I saw this movie because Twitter was talking about it. So like the word of mouth is incredible. I told my parents about it. Like, it's just it's killing it. And like it's just, Crave is a production company. It's not like I'm giving them their praises because they're doing anything amazing, but I just think it's really interesting how Crave had its moment with Heated Rivalry, and when I was watching Nirvana, the same logo popped up, and I was like, I see some similarities between these two productions.
Right. And we talked about A24 a little bit last week.
Yeah.
But I also, I don't know, maybe I'm gatekeeping Crave. Like, I'm like, Crave, like, you kind of ate. And, like, I don't know. I also think Canada is just in a whole other realm for
it really is.
filmmaking and art, because they just fund so much that is made there, which is...
from the taxpayers. Like, that's how they get stuff made, is, like...
literally.
You pay a tax that goes towards the arts. And, like, I don't know anything about taxes nor government or anything, but I do admire that, like, as a citizen, you're funding art.
And I wish America did that.
Yeah. And
truly.
like that would be incredible.
Because like, again, these are two instances of great pieces of media that I just really love, and they're worth investing in. And Matt Johnson is worth investing in, like his crazy ideas. I just hope to see more production companies coming out of the woodworks to fund things like this, and to fund things also like Heated Rivalry, and like to distribute them in America, because it is a dark time for distributing and tariffs and things like that. So
yeah, that was sad.
Matt Johnson's next film is Bourdain.
Yes, Tony, the Anthony Bourdain movie with Dominic Sessa.
Which we talked about last week too.
We did. I just mentioned it because I was like Dominic Sessa and Stavi and stuff like that. Exciting. Like he seems like a great director, and it seems like he's very. I need to watch Blackberry still. So that is something I'll have to check off my list before Tony. But
it seems like he's in Matt Johnson at least is making film. He's in the film industry, and he's ready to continue doing that, and that's really exciting to see.
Yeah, I will be sat and seated. And
oh yeah, for sure.
I'll be in the theater.
Now I'm officially like season tickets we're in. So.
Yeah, season tickets. And then like this kind of made me want to watch the show, and I've been seeing a lot of clips of Nirvana the band the show like on Twitter, and it's very funny. We'll see if I get around to it, but it's so exciting how like I honestly love when like a show has like a movie ending. Like I think that is a fun conclusion, or if it even is a conclusion, but like just these different mediums that you can take the same characters and like put them in is super cool.
Right. It was just heartfelt too. Like I feel very lucky to, especially in the midst of February, be able to see a movie like
a great movie. And I do think this is gonna like, I mean, we don't know how the year's gonna go, but like I do think this is gonna probably stay at the top of my list for like a good amount of the year. Probably. Maybe until New York Film Festival it'll stay near the top.
That's true.
But I think I'll also hit a rewatch on this pretty soon. Cool. When it comes to streaming, I think I will rewatch it.
Yeah, I'm excited to watch with friends. So.
Yes.
And I'm putting my friends on it. Like I was like, you gotta see this movie.
Yes.
It's crazy.
Nirvana the band, the show, the movie. The longest title in existence,
crazy
guys.
Title.
Like
this is gonna be a nightmare to put on YouTube.
There's an acronym. We can use that acronym. But yeah.
Anything else you'd like to add to the pod today?
I know that was low-key a short one.
We ran through so much in such a short amount of time, but
I think that's it. Get hype for next episode. We're gonna talk about PGAs and SAG and
state of the Oscar race. Truly.
Yeah, literally just another step in like towards the Oscars. I'm very excited for that. And like comment your thoughts on the movies. I'm always interested to hear your thoughts.
Yeah, did you see Nirvana the band, the show, the movie? Is Glenn Powell going to win an Oscar in this lifetime?
What do you think?
And ideas? Like, what should we do for our next pod?
Yeah, we've been doing this for so long. Have you thought about that?
No, I haven't actually.
We've been doing this since June of last year, and it is almost March. So, not to say we're gonna hit our 1 year soon, but like,
we're getting old.
We're getting old. But I have so much fun doing this podcast. So
yes, me too. Yay!
Yay! Okay, subscribe, comment, do all the things. And we'll see you next Thursday.
Bye, guys.